Hi again. In this short video, we are going to take a look at how to make a copy of a digital template and how to modify that template before you send it out to your students. You'll first want to be signed into Toolbox, and that is a Google Classroom. The code is B6EFE2. Once you've signed into Toolbox, you'll have access to more digital learning template videos, and you will be able to create your own class book that will be personalized for your class. You will then also be able to have access to all of these thinking maps, GLAD templates, and more. So I'm first going to start out. I'm going to grab a thinking map here. I'm going to grab this mind map. So you click on the mind map and open it up. In this view, you will not be able to modify it because you do not quite own it yet. You need to go to File, Make a Copy, and change the title of it. I'm going to change this to Matter because that is the topic that I'm going to be working on with my class. I'm going to click OK, and now it is going to make a copy of this digital template for me to use with my class. This digital copy is made. If I exit out, it actually is sent to your G Drive. So here you can see it just popped onto my G Drive, and now I actually own this copy of this digital template, and I will be able to manipulate it and change it to how I would like. So the first thing I will do is I'm going to change the title of it, and I might come over here and just say Students Matter Map. Okay. And to move around these boxes, you just click on a box and you can move them. Here's a driving question box. I might move this down just a bit. There we go. And that way when the student gets their mind map, they will change their name up here and it will automatically have their name. So in the center, I'm going to click in this box, double click, and I'm going to highlight the font, the text, and I'm going to type in matter. This will be the main idea, the topic. And I'm going to come up, I'm going to change the font. I like this font for that. I might make it larger by going to the font size, make it 30. I can stretch and move around boxes if I want to. If I make a mistake, and if students make mistakes, the key to it is clicking on this little back arrow. You can also go to Edit Undo, or I just click right on that arrow and it will undo your mistakes. And students need to definitely know how to use that little button because we all make mistakes and we want to be able to switch them back. To get rid of a picture here, you can just double click on the picture, delete it, and it will disappear. To add in another picture, you can come up here to Tools, click on Research, and you will have a research bar from Google. When students are using a research bar in the class, they will want to click on this little down arrow and they will want to click on this to say free to use, share, or modify. If they don't click on that, some of the pictures that they might find might be inappropriate, so highly recommend clicking on that. If you want a picture, you now type in whatever the topic is that you'd like. You can get as detailed as you want. I'm going to type in matter and see what they have. I always go to images to find a correct image. So I might scroll down, see if there's any matter pictures that I would like. Nope. I might, oh, here we go, solid liquid gas. Okay, so I'll grab this one. All you do is you click on it and drag it into your picture. And then you can grab it once it's in your picture and move it around. I like to remove the writing on it, that way my whole picture is clean. You can now resize it by grabbing it on the sides where these little dots are and centering it. You can see the line show that it was centered. So now I have my title and my picture, one of my pictures. Then I might want to write a driving question over here, depending on what it is. I might change the font. I personally like Comic Sans. That's the one I like. So I'm going to type in, what are the three main forms of matter? Now, obviously, there's another one. Plasma is another one. You actually could add plasma, if you want to create a fourth one on here, since it is another form of matter. Now, once they have it, you can send it off just like this, and students can modify it. You can always come along and put in the 3 forms of matter. So you might come over here and put solid over here, and then you can always change the font. You can get rid of the colors too by clicking on it. You come up to this little box up here, and it will make a transparent if you'd like to get rid of the color. You can also click on this line right here to make the outer box darker. You can always click on this one to make it transparent. Oop, I need to go here. To make that line transparent. This, I think, is going to make them all transparent. We shall find out. Here we go. Go here, transparent, and it will delete that line if you prefer it that way, or if students prefer it that way. If you want to add one back in, let's put that back up. Then you can come on over here and add a box. You can actually just do edit undo and add it in. Edit undo. There we go. Okay, so depending on how you want to modify it, that is what you can do to modify. If you want to add another picture, maybe they're going to, for solid, have a bowling ball. Okay, and maybe I'm going to find a picture of a bowling ball that I like. Okay, I like this one. Pull it and drag it over onto my picture. Now, once it's in the picture, you obviously do not want it covering up your font or your picture, so I remove that first. Resize, find where you want it, and resize your picture. Maybe I'll put it right here to show that that is a solid. There we go. And then this is an important part. You will want to right-click on it and go to Order and Send to the Back. You also can come up here to Arrange when that ball is highlighted. Go to Arrange, Order, and Send to the Back, and it will be sent to the back. You still can move it as long as it's not in the way of something else. I can double-click on this box. I can move it up, and so I can manipulate the thinking map and change it to the way I would like. If I would like to take a picture and put it in the very back, I might type in forms of matter. Looks like they're very similar. Scrolling down. Okay, I might grab this one and throw it onto my map. I will remove the writing, and then I will stretch it out to the borders of my box. And then I will right-click on this, and I will say Order, Send to the Back, and then it will be sent to the back. And you can see that this font right here, you cannot read it very well, so you can always click on the box, double-click on it, and then come over here to the font, and you can click on Highlight, and then I like a bright highlight, maybe white or bright yellow, and it should highlight it. If not, I will highlight it itself. Click here, highlight, and white. And that way, you will see that it will write over top, and you can easily see what is written because it is highlighted, even if it's on top of something that's hard to see. So now this mind map has been ready. It's ready to go. I will send it off to a student, and they will be able to change it, add in the other 2 forms of matter, and then add details about each form, and add pictures that maybe go along with those details. So that is a way that you make a copy of a thinking map, and then the students will be able to change it, and you will be able to change it also. Thank you.